Hey guys. Thanks, Chris. Because I would have forgotten. Hi, Cass. How was your week? Not too bad. We're supposedly going through a hurricane right now, but all we pretty much got today was just quite a bit of wind. Hey, Shania. How are you guys doing? I have a new ship. I actually had it last week, but I didn't mention it. Sabine and Shin from Ahsoka. Wolfrin? What kind of ship is it? Working on a project? What kind of project? I see you fix your evil QK sign. Found out last stream that it was because of the cord. I need to order a new cord so that I can... What I did is I switched because the MILF light and the other light are the same. They came from the same place, so they use the same cord. So I switched cords. So that's how it's working, but I need to order another one so I can have my MILF sign working now. What do you mean, what kind of ship is it? Like, is it, like a women loving women ship, or is it a men loving men ship, or is it a straight ship? Or, you know, a pirate ship, or something like that. I'm making something tall out of coins. For fun? Or is it for like some sort of school thing, or... The pirate ship starts tomorrow, One Piece. What are you eating today? Tortellini. I'm almost done with it. Yeah, 3D class. That's cool. I wish I had a 3D class. Is it like college or high school? It's cheese. Cheese tortellini. I love me some tortellini. I like pasta, but fun fact, I don't like pasta from restaurants and stuff because I can never find like a good pasta anywhere, because like a lot of pastas, people make it so bland. So I always have to like douse it in like some sort of spicy something. I think what irritates me well, it's not the most, but what irritates me a lot with like food or like going to restaurants is when you're craving something and you think it's going to satisfy your craving and then it doesn't because it's so freaking bland. I made a roast tonight. Should be done in a few minutes. Yum. Roast is good too. College, what else? I don't know. You never know with what high school classes are nowadays. I still haven't figured out what I want the sculpture to be. Got any ideas? I don't know. I guess it depends on, like, are you artistic? Do you have any sort of, like, architecture, design, like, ideas or like a geometric shape of some sort? I think depending on the geometric shape, I think that'll look cool. Or if you did like some not complicated animal, like a snake or something, I think that would look cool. Oh, geez. What are your expectations for the new season of Wheel of Time? Honestly, I need to go back and rewatch the first season. I know what happens, but I need to go back and watch it. But I want more. I want like good romance because we had romance in the first season, but depends on like who the characters were and like what the romance was. But I want good romance. But the thing about Wheel of Time, I really like it because of like they've got some amazing special effects and the costume design, like the characters design, not just like the costumes, are really good. And like the whole storyline is really good too. And I know it's based off of a book, so you know, they have the storyline already kind of laid out there, but I like the storyline. I just want to see more emotional things, I think. A lot of stuff that I've been watching recently, I don't think has a whole lot of emotion to it. And I want more emotional stuff, so we'll see. Like at the part that I'm getting with Buffy, it's getting a little bit more emotional. So I like that part. The coins are mostly dimes, nickels, and quarters. Okay, so you don't have any like copper, like you don't have pennies or anything. Sorry, I have something in my eye. It doesn't have to be. I don't know. Are there any like specific requirements? That went down the wrong pipe. Oh, that hurt. I can never find an Alfredo sauce that's as good as in the restaurants. See, that's the kind of pasta that I think is bland, though, at other restaurants. Like, if I make an Alfredo sauce, well, it could be because a lot of times when I make Alfredo sauce, now, I'm not doing it homemade. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing it homemade. But, like, I'll add in, like, Tabasco or red peppers or, like, something. I'm adding in something, some sort of spice. I like Alfredo, but I don't think I've ever really had a good Alfredo pasta at a restaurant. And after all this time, do you really think I'm in high school? I don't know. I don't remember. My brain is just like all over the place and my memory is not that great, okay? I miss school. The only classes I have these days are MCLEs, mandatory continuing legal education, and they're mostly boring. I hated school. I love learning, but the thing is whenever I love to learn, and the way that I learn the best is when I'm teaching myself and when I'm like going in and doing the thing. Like I'm a type of person that's going to learn by doing it. And like I have to have a passion for it. And then I'll really enjoy learning it. And school, like majority of my classes that I had in school, hated. The only classes that I liked when I was in high school was I took a computer class, and then instantly like fell in love with the way that this teacher was, like the way her teaching style was. So I took all of her classes. She like taught all these different computer classes, like web design, coding. What else did she do? I mean, she did all of these different type of computer classes or whatever. And I took all of her classes. She was an amazing teacher. So I took all of those. So I absolutely loved her classes. And then what else? And ROTC. Those were like the only things I really enjoyed in high school. And then in college, I did my degrees well, technically my associate's is in criminal justice, and then my bachelor's is in law enforcement with a minor in psychology. But even then, like, I'm not even in the law enforcement like industry at all, because after going to college, it killed my passion. Because you're forced to like learn these things. Like, I'm not good at that. I'm not good at being forced to learn things. And yeah, it just made me lose my passion for it. But it's okay. It's all good. I'm just doing what I love to do now. I love high school the best 4 years with my friends. See, I didn't really care for high school. Hey, Tracy. I loved when Kit was yelling at Alora about her dad. Oh, yeah. The only requirement is I have to do a repetitive action, which I am. What about a snake? I think a snake would be cool. Or, like I said, you could do a geometric thing. I don't think it would probably be too difficult depending on which shape you're doing. I'm thinking of something cool, but not difficult. What about a tree? Like a pine tree or something. You know, something where you can like fan out or whatever. That would be cool. Oh, I really don't miss school. It was the worst part of my day. I didn't care for it. And I might have to use pennies if I can't make this project 8 inches tall and 8 inches wide and 8 inches in depth. Well, if you end up doing a snake, I think it would look cool to use pennies because of the copper. It would also look cool to use pennies if you were to decide to do a tree because you could use the copper as like the trunk of the tree. Speaking of costumes, when I get my hand working right again, my new hobby is going to be working with leather, making costumes for cosplay. Found some leather tools in Mom's garage. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Are you guys excited about Halloween coming up? I'm so excited. And I like, so, your girl went to Starbucks on the day that the pumpkin spice was released. I totally did that. I found an excuse to go to Starbucks because the closest Starbucks that we have is the Starbucks that's inside Target. And so I'm like, okay, which is I absolutely, because I'm that girl. I love Target and I love Starbucks. So I can't remember what I was getting. Oh, I was getting certain foods for Zion to make baby food. And I took Zion with me and we went shopping. We did a little mommy son little Target date. And I felt so bad because the Starbucks line was pretty long because everyone's in the Starbucks line wanting to get their fall drinks. And I was kind of like in the middle of this line, and they only had like 2 or 3 people working, which was really dumb. They should have had more people working. But the guy took my order, but I noticed that he wrote it on like an ice cup, and I like my lattes hot. And so the girl who was making the drinks, all I said was, so I went up to her and I was like, hey, can you just make sure that mine's hot and not iced? And I said, I noticed that he wrote it on the ice cup or whatever. And she goes, oh yeah, no problem. And then right as soon as she said that, she's like, here you go. And like made my order in front of all of these other people's orders. And I felt so bad. And I was like, if I didn't have Zion attached to my person, I felt like somebody would have yelled at me. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh no. One of those moments. Anywho, when is the next episode of Xena coming out? I don't know because it was a Patreon request. So if the person wants to do another Xena episode, I think I need to message them back because I think they reached out to me. But if I had time, I don't even have time when I'm not. The only time that I have for watching I have time for one episode a day that's not something that I'm reacting to. Because from really the moment I wake up, which is like 6:37, depending on whatever time Zion gets up, from that time all the way up until 5 o'clock from when I work at my day, like my full-time job, and then end up eating something for dinner. And then from that moment until like Zion's bedtime, which is like 9 o'clock, then after that, then I get ready for bed. And so I have time for like maybe one episode, but that's every single day except for the weekends. But then I only react to like one normal episode on the weekends because I want to spend the weekends with Zion. So that's like the best way I've been able to balance everything. So yeah. And at the same time, like not really hitting burnout. So I don't have time to watch TV if I'm not reacting to it for the most part. The pumpkin spice must flow. Yeah. I'm surprised I haven't gotten another one by now. I don't think other than well, first of all, I haven't been to Target again. I ordered groceries and so I just go and pick them up, but I haven't gone inside Target. I probably won't go inside Target until, I don't know, we might go to Target this weekend because Anna's mom is coming into town, but I don't know. I've never tried pumpkin spice anything unless you count pumpkin pie. If you like pumpkin pie, if you like pumpkin stuff, then I think you would like pumpkin spice. I guess if you like lattes, then I think you would like a pumpkin spice latte. But I'm not like a full-on pumpkin spice everything. Like, I like a pumpkin spice candle and I like the pumpkin spice latte, and then that's pretty much it. Like, I don't do an all-out pumpkin spice, like, anything and everything. The Idol was canceled. Who here is shocked? I know I was. I thought they canceled that like a while back. But I did see something about it on Twitter recently. Are you going to dress up Zion for Halloween? Duh. Yes, we are. I don't know if I want to tell you what we decide what we're going to do. I think I'll make that a secret. But yes, he is dressing up. And I am buying a bunch of Halloween stuff in a couple days. Well, I'm actually waiting for Target to put their Halloween stuff up. They haven't done it yet because they still had, when I went last week, they had their school stuff still out. And so I'm waiting for them to take that down and then they'll put up the Halloween stuff. And then I also saved some stuff on Home Goods. Like, I put a bunch of stuff in, like, my wish list or whatever on the Home Goods website. I need to give myself a budget. I need to figure out a budget for Halloween, though, because I know I want to go all out this year, but I'm like, I need to set myself on a budget because I know I'll go crazy. Are you finally going to react to the Chucky series this October? Probably not. I tried to react to it. Was it last year? I don't know. I tried to react to it at some point, but it didn't let me upload it on YouTube. So there's actually like a couple of episodes. I think there's like 1 or 2 episodes, I think, on Patreon. Maybe. But then I didn't even finish watching it after that. Zion in one of those baby jack-o'-lantern costumes. Guess you're just going to have to wait and see. What are you drinking? Because I keep imagining tomato soda. No. It's a bubbly strawberry flavored. So far, I haven't really cared for the other flavors. But I like the strawberry one. Are you going to use Zion to get candy for yourself? Not this year. We're not going to do trick-or-treating this year because he's too small this year. Next year, we're going to go take him trick-or-treating. But he's still dressing up. We're still doing everything else Halloween this year. Like, I think what we might do is, I think we're going to do like a little potluck kind of thing. We're going to host a little potluck kind of thing here at the house. I don't really know. That's something that, like, we haven't fully discussed. Like, we talked about it a little bit. My thing is I want because normally what we would do is anytime we'd do a holiday, we would pretty much spend it with my family. Like we'd go over to my parents' house. But now with Zion, I want to do a bunch of stuff here at our house because this is his home too. And I want him to start having these memories in his home. So, yeah. So we want to do Halloween here. I know that for a fact because we both completely agree on that. And then Anna knows that I'm like full on Halloween fanatic. So I think she's pretty much like, yeah, whatever. We'll do whatever. So I think that's what we might do is kind of like a potluck kind of situation on Halloween. And then we'll have like, I can't wait because I'm going to deck out the house and Halloween stuff and like decorations and whatnot. And then I want to watch like we'll have like Halloween movies on or something. I'm so freaking excited. Sorry, just got here. Who has read the entire series in book form, including the 2 that had to be written after Robert Jordan died, written by Brandon Sanderson? I was hooked when I read the first. I haven't actually read the books. This roast is so tender and the gravy is just delicious. I'm kind of jealous. Is it a pot? What kind of roast is it? Is it like pot roast? Hey, Red Shadow. Hey, Hulk Smash. Deck the halls with boughs of horror. Hi, Cass. How are you? Sorry, I've been MIA. Been super busy. It's okay. I understand. I get it. When you busy, you busy. Yep, cooked it in a Dutch oven. Like legit. Like is Dutch oven a thing? I thought it was just something that you call whenever you fart and trap someone underneath the covers. Old man here read the series through twice. You look pretty. Thanks. On book 7, how many books are there? Oh, wait, these are Angel episodes. A cast iron Dutch oven at that. So it's a legit thing is what you're telling me? I started reading the series in 95. I was born in 95. They were smart to begin the series on Amazon with the young folks in their late teens. They were literal children in the books, and I think there were 14 books, all huge. Jeez. I didn't think it was that old. I started reading in the late 1980s. I graduated high school in 95. I think my mom graduated high school in 94? 93, 94, something like that. I'm super excited. I may be landing a position at the hospital as a certified nursing assistant and patient care technician. Oh, look at you. Fingers crossed. I'm sending out positive vibes to you. You guys, I am so excited because there's a couple of things that I'm going to end up doing for Evil QK that I think you guys would enjoy. I'm super stoked. It's not going to happen for like, I don't think it's at least a couple weeks out. It's like anywhere between 2 weeks to like a month. I'm hoping you guys will like it. I think you would like it. It's something that I've kind of been excited about for a while, but of course I'm not going to say anything up until I actually like post something, but I'm excited. Nice to see there are other old people here. I graduated in 93. I mean, I don't think it's old. I graduated 2006. Now, for those who read the series, who read the entire series of Thomas Covenant the Unbeliever? I read that back in high school and college. I haven't read it. 14 with a prequel, plus a couple of almanacs. The White Gold Wheeler. Huh. Oh yeah, I read Thomas Covenant. What a weird story. Leprosy was a main theme, as I recall. Started in 93, I think. The fact that I'm about to pass out with my head on my backpack and I am on the floor tells me that my schedule is kicking my ass. Done that a time or two. I'm glad I'm not in school anymore for another reason of like, when I was in school, I did school full-time and work full-time. Although I guess I'm doing work full-time and Evil QK full-time. So I guess technically it's not full-time. I'm trying to think. How many hours do I work on Evil QK a day? 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So what's that, 20 hours? And then, so 24 hours a week I work on Evil QK. You have a very well-read audience for epic fantasies. Thank you. Although I feel like I can't accept the compliment. I feel like people in the chat can accept that compliment. But that's what we do. Well, we talk about many different shows and movies, but then we also talk about a bunch of random shit as well. So sometimes we're sophisticated and sometimes we are not. I still haven't decided what I'm going to be for Halloween. Maybe a sexy firefighter or nurse. I love the occupation costumes. Yep. Well, I mean, I know what I'm going to be. But I'm not going to tell you. Because it'll give away what everybody else's is too. I like bit into a tomato seed or something. Ugh. You know what's crazy is I love tomato sauce, tomato soup, tomato anything and everything except for actual tomato. Like raw tomatoes, can't stand them. But anything cooked tomatoes, love it. I could eat like a full on, if I could eat a tomato whole if it was cooked. But if it was raw, can't do it. You could dress as a sexy green M&M and get Tucker Carlson all hot and bothered. That's a no. That's why sad times exist in this dream. True. We have our sophisticated times, and then we have our sad times. I can make really good homemade chicken noodle soups. I'm not a big fan of chicken noodle soup. I'm not really a big chicken person. I'm that way with coffee. Coffee, ice cream, or candy good. Actual coffee bad. What do you mean, like flavors of coffee or whatever? See, I like, ooh, and you know what also is good is chocolate covered coffee beans. So good. I never would have thought that those would be good until like, yeah, like the first time I had them was like a couple years ago, and then, oh, they're so good. Chocolate shake with a shot of espresso. Ooh, that might be good. I made chicken fried chicken, mashed potatoes, white gravy, and steamed peas for dinner. I'm retired. My wife still works, so she was pleased. Aw. That sounds good. I can't drink coffee. It hurts my stomach. Not sure why. Huh. I wonder if it's a like a tolerance of some sort. Like I have a lactose intolerance. I still eat. Like I don't drink full on milk anymore though. Like we drink Fairlife, and then or like we'll put it in cereal because all of us are actually lactose intolerant. But I mean that doesn't stop me. I still will eat like whipped cream, or like I think the worst thing for me actually is cheesecake. Cause sometimes I'll eat a pizza and it's completely fine. Other times it'll hurt. And then ice cream. Majority of the time ice cream is fine. But yeah. Have you seen Elena Undone? Many a times. The only thing on TV that would excite me more than Wheel of Time would be Talder. I know. Me too. Have you ever dressed up in a sexy costume for any of your past partners? No. No, actually, I have not. Not to say that I wouldn't. I just haven't done it before. I'm having a really hard time trying to convince myself to get back to this coin project. When is it due? I'm lactose intolerant, but I drink Lactaid. I still eat regular ice cream, though. Non-dairy ice tastes gross. I haven't tried any of the non-dairy ice cream. I don't want to. I don't want to spend them. I think if someone else spent money on the ice cream for me to eat it, it'd be a little different. Because I don't want to spend money on non-dairy ice cream when I could have spent it on regular ice cream that I already know that I like. So, yeah. And that's not just with ice cream. That's with like other things too. Pardon, ¿dónde estoy? What does that mean? Does that mean like I'm here? I don't even remember. Took like 4 years of Spanish. Do I remember any of it? No. Oh, sorry. Where am I? Ah, it was close. Bottoms release day after tomorrow. In theaters, or is it on a streaming service? I don't remember. Oh, thanks, Ken. Hey, thanks. I watch your Buffy and Angel reactions, but not a member, so accept this small token of appreciation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Did you know that Freen and Becky from Gap the Series are doing 2 more projects together again? Well, I think somebody had mentioned something to me, but I don't remember. What about sherbet? Sherbet kicks ass. Yeah, I don't eat it that much, though. I haven't eaten sherbet in so long. And, and then I don't like frozen yogurt. No. Frozen yogurt is disgusting, and it is a poor imitation of ice cream. Don't eat non-dairy ice cream. It's horrible. I don't want to. Or maybe if someone got it for themselves and gave me a little spoonful of it or something to try, then maybe I would, but I'm not spending money on non-dairy shit. I just finished a new show because my mutuals on Twitter couldn't stop talking about it. Ended up pretty nice though. Well, what was it? You have to tell me what it was. You can't just leave me on a cliffhanger like that. I spit it out. It was that gross to me. Oh. My project is due September 6th. So, I mean, is it okay to push it off to tomorrow? Or later, maybe? And get some rest? Bottoms is in theaters. I haven't been to a movie theater in so long. I used to love to go all the time, once a week or something. And now I haven't been in so freaking long. That and it's expensive. Speaking of costumes, I'm in the Orlando area and seems skirts are back in fashion. Is it true in other areas? I have no idea. You want to know what I wear? Sweatpants. That's what I wear. Sweatpants for me. And then anytime I leave the house, I might put on jeans. So if you ask me about skirts, I don't know. I'm that kind of lesbian. Pern, first dragon book I read outside of Hobbit. I've never heard of it. I watched Barbie in theaters. It was great. Before that, I hadn't in years. I still want to see the Barbie movie, but I don't want to go to the movies. That's another thing, too. I love watching movies when I'm, at home. I love the movie theaters. I do, but I think it's just a part of like my anxiety to. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make another appointment. But yeah. I take dairy pills and say screw it. I don't usually even take dairy pills. I just still eat it and then suffer the consequences. Oh man, Mercedes Lackey, some serious wish fulfillment going on there. Magic horse comes to save nerdy girl, not appreciated by her family, and whisks her away to live with a princess. Huh. That sounds good. Sweatpants rule. That's primarily what I wear. Or like dudes' basketball shorts. If it gets too hot, because you know it's Florida. So it's either male's basketball shorts or sweatpants. And then sometimes my idea of fancy clothing is jeans. So I will sometimes put on jeans if I'm going out. If I'm going out to a place that I'm like, sweatpants is a little for this type of situation, I put on jeans. Hey, Ohio. Special Ops Lioness. I was watching for the Women Loving Women ship, but I ended up liking it. Now I'm waiting for the season finale on Sunday. Huh. Oh, so I guess it's one of those like weekly shows. Did you message me on, what was it? Somebody messaged me. Was it on Twitter? Somebody did. Was that you or was it someone else? Gotta head out. Need to pack for my trip to Massachusetts after work tomorrow. Oh, safe travels. It was nice to catch up with you. Yeah, you too. Once again, I will say that your audience is well read in science fiction and fantasy. They get the references and throw them right back. They usually do, and they usually make fun of me for not knowing all of them. Because the dragons of Pern aren't actually dragons. They're genetically engineered animals. Huh. Have you ever worn a skirt? I mean, I have. It was a long-ass time ago. Not recently. Like, the last time I wore a skirt, I was for sure in grade school. Somebody Z'd you on X. I don't know what that means. I think it was someone else is kind of trending on there, I think. Oh. Oh. Twitter is X. And yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? See, I didn't even register what that meant. Yeah. Hello all. Hey Cass, are you... No. Hello all. Hey Cass, you get any of the hurricane? We got a smidge of rain and a smidge of wind, and then that was pretty much it. It looked like it was maybe going to do something like around noonish. And then like it was getting a little bit dark and the wind was kind of picking up. But then, nope. And then even if we were supposed to get anything, it was going to end by like 9 o'clock anyway. Let me see what the weather app says. Nope. Now it says it's just going to end by 8. Which is in 10 minutes. So, yeah, we didn't really get anything. Tampa got hit real bad, though. I have to be dressed up and look professional for work, but prefer bibs or shorts. What are bibs? Like bibs, like what you eat? Like that you tie around your neck? I'm sure that's not what that is. Speaking of weather, our heat wave broke. We got rain one night and now it's in the 90s instead of 120. Whew. Dang. It's been toasty here. For sure. I try not to put on makeup until like later in the day because that's when I actually like record and stuff. Because if I put it on, because normally what I do is I put it on, like it's a part of my morning routine, is I'll put on makeup in the morning. But like throughout the day, like, and that's why sometimes like you can tell because my eyeliner will like stick to my eyelids because it's just so hot that my makeup's like melting on my face. So then it like smears my eyeliner on my eyelids sometimes. So I try not to like do my makeup until later in the day. Like even when we're in the house, it's still because it's so humid. It like melts my makeup. It was very windy in Kissimmee. All I gotta go, but this has been fun. Take care. Bye, Ken. People in Ohio were wearing coats today. Get out of here with that nonsense. I'm so jealous about that weather. It's so hot here. I don't think it was bad today. It was still warm and humid, but I don't think it was excruciatingly hot. When I was out driving, what was it, Monday? It dropped, like, when I went to go pick up groceries, it had dropped, like, 10 degrees while I was out getting groceries. Because, I got in my truck, and my truck said, because when you first get in your vehicle, when it's, like, super hot, it said, like, I turned on my truck, and it said, like, 100 degrees. And then by the time I was, like, almost on the way back home, so this was, like, a 20-minute trip to go get groceries and come back, and it had dropped like 10 degrees. So then it said like 90, and I had the windows rolled down, which it actually wasn't 90. It was like theoretically like the actual temperature. I think it was like 90 something when I left the house, and then whenever I got back, it was like 80, in the low 80s. And I was like, "Ooh, this actually feels nice." But it's not the heat, it's the dry heat. Or are you talking about it's the humidity? I've been watching it. My niece had to evacuate. I found out where she is. So, the western side of Florida got hit real bad. But the eastern side, like, we didn't hardly get anything. Bib overalls with adjustable straps. Huh. Yes, I live a little south of Kissimmee. I think it's Kissimmee. Is it Kissimmee? I think that's what it is, right? I don't know why I still want to say it wrong. Hey, all, I thought the stream would be canceled due to the hurricane. Nope. We didn't really get much of the hurricane. I was contemplating canceling it depending on how bad it was going to get, but it just never got bad. I don't usually cancel the stream. It's usually something pretty, it's got to be pretty crazy for me to cancel. Like the last time was whenever I had Zion. And then, well, even I was going through labor in one stream. I was going through labor in one of them. And then after that, it was because I had Zion, but that was only, I didn't stream for like 1 week. And then there was whenever I was very early stages of pregnancy when I was sick all the time. And like occasionally I would have to not stream because I couldn't leave the bed. She just said Kissimmee. Yes, I know it's Kissimmee. It's just when you read it, you want to read it as Kissimmee. I used to live in Illinois and miss the changing of the seasons. Yeah, we do too. Didn't know you watched Wheel of Time. I watched the first season in like my own time, and then right after, because I watched it as soon as it came out, and then a bunch of people wanted me to react to it right after I had already got done watching it. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I figured I'd do season 2. She paid for an Airbnb till Sunday, but she could not stick a small room with a hubby and 4 huge dogs. $600 she paid and went back home today. She crazy. She paid up until Sunday and she went home today? Why? Was it because of the hurricane? She won't even cancel the stream to fix that fridge. It's not broken. You can't even hear it. Hush. Her house is okay, but there were floods 6 miles away. She's very lucky and has power too. I'm glad that we didn't lose power. I can imagine. With like everything that I do. No. Seasons are overrated. I'll take your year-round, temperate weather? See, you say that the seasons are overrated, but when you have nothing but summer, like hot, disgusting summer, like sweaty booty weather, 100% of the time, you might get 2 weeks a year where it's like maybe a little cooler. I think you might end up missing it. I'm not a huge fan of the cold, but I would rather be in a place where it snowed during the winter and you have fall and then you have spring and then you have summer. Like, I wish that we had all 4 seasons. And I miss that a lot. The last place that we were at, when we were back in Arkansas, that had 4 seasons. Although they were freaking humid too, but at least you had 4 seasons. Hey, Francesca. Who's your favorite character on Buffy? Do you watch any of my stuff? Spike. Spike is my favorite character on Buffy. And then, like, other than Spike, I would probably have to say Willow. But Spike. Her favorite's Drusilla. Oh, vomit. I don't know. It's so funny when I see comments or people end up telling me and they're like, you're the only person I know that doesn't like Drusilla. And I'm like, how? How am I the only person who doesn't like Drusilla? I don't get it. And normally I really like the crazy characters. I normally like that. But for me, her craziness is like annoying. Season 2 looks like it's going to be bigger and better with cast and VFX. Hopefully. See, the first season wasn't bad. And I like, what's her face? What's her name? I'll figure it out. Hold on. Rosamund Pike. I really like her. Yes, she could not stick the small room. She wanted to go back home for space, even if she had no power, etc., etc. Crazy. We have seasons in the South, hot and cold. Depends on where in the South. I love a good snowball fight. Me too. And whoop your butt in a snowball fight. Came back from walking the dogs. What are we talking about? Hot weather, I guess. And Wheel of Time. Four Season Funeral Home. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the Santa Fe Bay Area, where it ranges from 60 to 75. Or is it Santa Fe or is it San Francisco? Whatever, 60 to 75 degrees 95% of the time. That might be a little okay. Like, I could probably do that all the time. But having Florida weather all the time gets old. Yeah, spring and fall, when the leaves turn and it's all pretty and cool outside, it's the best. For sure. See, Jay knows my favorite character. How cold does it get where you live? Not cold. The lowest that it'll get is like 50 degrees for like 2 weeks. And then it goes back up. What's with that face, Francesca? Oh, before I came on, I saw a CSI Miami season 3 canceled now too. I know there is a gay couple on it. Oh, I don't know. I don't watch CSI. Drusilla is one good actress, though. She plays that part amazingly well. No, I think that the actress is amazing. She does an excellent part. I think if she didn't annoy the snot out of me, I don't think she probably would have been a good actress. But she is. She's an amazing actress. Her name is what? Juliet something or other? I don't remember what her last name is. Moraine. Yeah, I know Moraine, but I was talking about her real name. Rosamund Pike. Everyone likes Spike. I thought he was annoying. I liked Buffy and Willow. I don't know. I feel like if I was straight, I would go for Spike. Oh my gosh, that movie in Netflix that she plays a lesbian. Oh my gosh, Rosamund Pike is so hot. Yeah, that's what is that movie? What's the name of it? I did a review on it. What the F is that movie's name? I don't know. I'm not good with... It's on the spot. I can't remember on the spot, but if I was just talking about something, I would know what it was. Wheel of Time Season 2 seems to be giving book fans more of what they were looking for. Oh, that's good. I know that's usually something that they have to be careful with. Sure. Uh-huh. I would. Has anyone watched Shelter on Prime? No. I've heard that the book series is difficult to get through, so hopefully adaptation for the show will be done as well as possible. I guess we'll see. I Don't Care. That's right. Yeah, that's the name of the movie. I do not either. They're saying that CSI is or will be canned because of the writer strike. I think a lot of the streaming services are also going to be like, oh, we're canceling this because of the writer strike, even though it's not. Just like what they did with Alato. There's not enough talk about Faith. I love Faith. I just meant like, okay, so like, I love Faith. I don't think that technically she would be on my list of like favorite characters though. At least not for Buffy. For Angel, maybe. But Angel, my favorite character was... I mean, if we're talking all time, I mean, Darla. But I really like Kate as well. Even though she's not technically a main character, but neither is Darla, so... Joss and James really nail the Billy Idol vibe with the Spike character. They do. Juliet Lando, whose father, Martin Lando, was also an actor. Huh. Yeah, I knew her first name was Julia. I just couldn't remember what her last name was. You guys, you know what I had to do today and I didn't want to? I had to buy a new set of AirPods because my current set are so messed up. And the thing is luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with my AirPods and watching, like when I'm reacting to something, thank God. Even though when I put them in today, one of them didn't want to like connect, and then like I had a whole thing with that, and then I've been having issues with them like period, so I had to order a new pair today, and I didn't want to spend money, and I had to get a new set. It's a real bummer. It's first world problems. Faith is hot and was a good character until she turned kind of bad. I think that kind of made her hotter. Then the chat went dead. Well, a lot of times what happens is a lot of people message at the same time. My favorite line in Buffy comes from Spike. When Buffy catches him outside her house and asks what he's doing in 5 words or less, and he says, "Out for a walk, bitch." That was funny. That was funny. I love his crush that he has on Buffy. I think it's given him a lot of character development, and I absolutely love it. Guys, can I tell you something? I have such an amazing soulmate. My wife gave me a gift this morning. She bought tickets to the Rugby World Cup. Aww. I'm happy for you. That's cool. Head of Netflix mentioned if they give them the money, everyone will in every department will want more money from him, says the man with 2 yachts. Yeah, I saw that, and he Oh, he said, what was it? He was like, someone else said they were like, well, they would get more money if they wrote better or something. I don't remember who said that. I was like, what? Are you going to have a small Halloween party or a big one? A small one. I'm not even going to consider it a party. Because it's just, as far as I'm aware of, I think it's just us and then, like, my family. I think that's it. Because, like, what I just want, even though Zion's not going to remember his first Halloween, we're going to remember it. And then I want him to start spending holidays in his own house. Going to France, the two of us, to see the Condors play. So happy and mini holidays. I don't know how she kept it a secret. Oh, that's so cute. What was was there like a special occasion? Like, was it your birthday or anniversary, or was it just because? Soccer joke. Did you hear about the new British bra? Lots of support, but no cup. It's funny. AirPods are very expensive over here. I mean, it's the fact that I just didn't want to spend the money. It was, I think, like, what I ended up spending, like, the base price, like, not shipping and anything like that, it's like $179, but I just didn't want to spend the money. I was so done spending money for a bit, and then I have to, like, buy new brakes and stuff for my truck, and I didn't want it. But I use my AirPods not just for, like, reacting and stuff. I also use it for work, and I realized it was messing up last night, and I was on the phone, and then they couldn't hear me, and I couldn't hear them, and then I didn't realize it was my AirPods, and then I was on a meeting earlier, and I tried to use them, and I couldn't hear anybody. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I'm hoping it's my AirPods and not my phone, but hopefully it's $179 fix versus like $1,000 fix. Going to France. I already read that part. I love her so much. I don't know how I got so freaking lucky. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Rest in peace, Ireland. Zion's first. Aw. Yeah, it'll be his first Halloween. I hope he does not get scared, poor man. The funny thing is Jasmine and him, like, will have these scare competition things. So, she'll and she just goes like, bah. And then he's like, but then he goes, and he gets so excited. He loves getting scared. I'm like, wow. Who are you? What baby loves getting scared? He loves getting scared. He just starts like smiling and laughing. I don't know if it's because she's scaring him. That's probably what it is. But anytime he gets scared, he's like, then he thinks it's funny. So, but we're not gonna do like, we're not doing like creepy, like we're not doing gore or anything like that. We're just gonna do like cute Halloween decor and stuff like that. We're not doing any like crazy gore stuff. The later seasons of Buffy gets much better. I mean, so far I think season 5 is pretty good. AirPods on sale here are nearly €200 for me to buy here in Ireland. I don't know what that would like really equate to over here, but I don't. Yeah, it's just, I just don't want to spend the money. not like they put him to bed already. Let me see. I know they were saying that he was tired. Oh, no, he's not. Almost the same with exchange rate, etc. Oh. Yeah, that is really expensive then. She did it just because she loves me. Truly, it was like a random gift. We do these cute things sometimes, like sending flowers to work or a spa day or trips. Oh, you guys are so cute. What's your favorite Halloween memory? I don't really know if I say I think one of my, I don't know if it's like a specific memory, but one of my favorite Halloween traditions is like sitting down and like trading your candy after you went trick or treating, like with your siblings. We used to do that that was like our tradition. I know that's a lot of people's tradition, but we started that when we were really, really young. Because especially McKenna and I, our likes and dislikes were and almost are still complete opposites. And so like I love Almond Joys, she didn't, so I would switch that for her Whoppers, or she would switch me her Almond Joys for my Whoppers because I freaking hate Whoppers. So I'd swap those, or like I would try to get Milk Duds, and like that's just one of my favorite things. Or watching Hocus Pocus. I can't go a single Halloween without watching Hocus Pocus. Or The Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, I am starting a diet. Did you put on much weight during pregnancy? No, I actually lost weight during pregnancy. Because I was so sick during most of my pregnancy. I think I finally started gaining a little bit of weight at the very, very end of pregnancy. Like when I mean end, I mean like the last like 2 or 3 weeks. I think I ended my pregnancy at like 126, if even. All my weight, like, cause I have a butt, and like I have hips and stuff, but all of that weight went to my belly and my boobs. So yeah, I just swapped when I was pregnant. And do you lose weight easy? I kind of go a little bit back and forth, but I pretty much stay in the same area. It's mainly like if like my anxiety starts getting bad, then I lose a lot of weight. I can't, FYI, sad face. Is it like a medical thing? Cass, after a few years, the romance kind of fades, so you have to keep the flame alive with surprises. Well, I'm glad. I'm so happy for you. My first memory of Halloween was dressing up as Star Child from Kiss. That's cool. The first one I think I like maybe remember. I think I was an Oreo. And my grandma made my outfit. How tall are you? I'm 5'4". I'm short. I'm a shorty. Belly as well as in my family weight gain. I get anxiety, but I can't lose it. I think food and my age. Gotcha. Have you tried like speaking to like a doctor or dietitian or something? My favorite memory of Halloween was carving pumpkins and going trick or treating. I was usually a vampire or Elvira. I was a vampire a couple of times. I was Little Red Riding Hood one year. My very first year, I was an Oreo, like I said. Well, I don't think that was my very first one, but I just especially remember seeing me in a costume. Like I have a photo somewhere of me in a costume as a Oreo. I don't think I was ever a witch. I think I wanted to one year. Like I really wanted to be a witch, but I wasn't. I don't remember what I ended up being. And then I was Blossom from no. Is it? Yeah, no, I was Blossom. Me and my two like best friends in high school. I was Blossom, and the other one was Buttercup and Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. On this diet, I can only have 900 calories a day. Trying to lose 1 or 2 pounds a week. Yeah, just try to, you gotta, make sure that, whatever you're doing is healthy. But I don't listen to me about any of that stuff because I am not a doctor or dietitian or anything. But just definitely make sure whatever you're doing is healthy. Physically and mentally. Sarah Jessica Parker in Hocus Pocus original was really attractive. It was one of these weird things when you have a crush on a Hocus Pocus witch instead of having a crush on the guy. I remember having a crush on Sarah Jessica Parker in Hocus Pocus. Hey, 5'4" here. Hey, what up? That is okay. You are not short. I am 5'1". I mean, technically, I'm still considered short. I'm happy for everyone in here who are in a relationship. Keep the love alive and strong. I'm thinking of going, yes, as I am suffering from heel pain and walking too. Oh, yeah, for sure. Why did I think you were talking about the Blossom sitcom? I don't know. I actually don't know what that is. It's when you were young and all your straight classmates are friends. As a kid, like the dude, and you like the girl, like everybody liked Aladdin, and I wanted to be Aladdin so that you could date Jasmine. I didn't have a crush on. I'm trying to think which one I had a crush on. I don't think I really had a crush on. I didn't have. See, the thing is I didn't really have a crush on any of the princesses. I had a crush on. Remember when Ursula was, what was her name? Vanessa or whatever? I had a crush on her when she was Vanessa. And then, and that's because she was evil, I think. And then, who else did I have a crush on? I'm trying to think like cartoon versions. I mean, I for sure didn't have a crush on any of the guys. Hey, Brian. Also, over 40-year-old woman, your metabolism slows a lot. Yeah, there's that too. Do you actually see the Blossom sitcom? I mean, I haven't seen it. And I do not want to put on more because they say you put on 1.5 pounds during menopause. Yeah, I have not gone through that yet. No Spike cartoon versions, I guess. No. I never had a crush on any of the princes. You know what? I think if I had a crush on, if I had to have had a crush, if I was straight, I think I would end up dating Beast when he was like his prince's self. And it's like the long hair. His hair was gorgeous. But yeah. I don't know. I think if I was attracted to a princess too, it actually would be Belle. Oh, the joys of getting older. I don't think I've ever had a celebrity girl crush growing up. Oh, I did. Plenty. At least you in Ohio don't have it yet? Oh, yeah. I loved every single Disney princess except Mulan, and she clearly was the lesbian princess. How come you didn't like Mulan? Crushed on only female villains? I mean, so I'm talking about cartoon version. So the cartoon versions of the female villains were not really attractive, but I love how whenever they did the live versions of the movies, they ended up like having attractive, like they were attractive. The only like really attractive in the cartoon versions, again, the only attractive female villain really that I saw was when Ursula was Vanessa. Me either. I'm not looking forward to it. The joys of being a woman. Lovely. Don't you just love it? I really like the character Fred and Angel. Who's Fred? Have we gotten to that part yet? I like long hair. I think it depends on the person. I like the Beast character from Beauty and the Beast because I see myself as the actual Beast and could relate to him. I love that movie. That's like my favorite Disney movie. Beauty and the Beast. Who is Vanessa? Is she on Once Upon a Time? No, so in the cartoon version of The Little Mermaid, Ursula turns herself into an attractive woman named Vanessa, and she like does her spell or whatever on Eric. And then you have to think, so in the show Once Upon a Time, of course, like, also they have, like, all of the villain females are attractive. Because you've got Regina, the evil queen, and, which she's the hottest one. But even Ursula and Maleficent. Who else? I mean, I think just about all the female villains are attractive in Once Upon a Time. Have you reacted to Once Upon a Time? No. Because I've seen it. I watched it when it originally came out. You're okay, Red Lions. I think you're okay. I don't know who Fred is, but I think you're okay. Even Cruella. Yeah, like all the female villains in Once Upon a Time are attractive. Don't be mad I never watched the show. You never watched Once Upon a Time? Once Upon a Time was really good up until, like, the 4th season. Like, the first 3 seasons were really good, and then after that, it was just like, meh. And they just kept recycling the same content. Oh, I think McKenna's gonna come back on here soon too. She wants to come back on pretty soon. So maybe next week or the week after, depending on, like, what the both of us have going on. I know that majority of you would prefer Kenna over me. I don't know if we're going to do anything specific, though. I mean, we didn't do that many specific things in the last one. We just ate. I think we're probably going to end up planning on eating something, too. By the way, I really like the humming on your Patreon intros. I kind of named that tune moment. It's funny because a lot of times I don't even realize I'm doing it until, like, somebody comments on something. And it's usually because I'll just have something stuck in my head. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's usually something to do with like Zion, probably, because a lot of his toys and stuff play some sort of, like, tune, and so that's, like, why it gets stuck in my head, because he'll sit there and, like, push the button repeatedly. Emma and Regina should have been a couple, but the showrunners didn't want to do it, but the 2 actors supported the idea of becoming a couple. I know. I saw what was Lana was wearing like a shirt or a sweater that had like the swan with the crown on it, like their like character logo or whatever, their ship logo. Yes, Kenna is much more fun than you are. JK, you are why we are here, Cass. Sure, sure. Sorry if you've been asked already, but are you guys at all affected by the storm? Not really. We got a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain, and then that was it. We didn't really even get that much rain. So, yeah, but we're all good here. If I get that tune and comment, please let me know if I got it right. I don't remember. I don't remember what I was humming that time. I'll have to go back and look. I think I actually probably do that more than I think I do. Swan Queen is the name of the ship for Emma and Regina. Yeah, I know. That's why I was talking about, like, whenever she was wearing this sweater, it had, like, a swan with the crown on it. Swans of feather flock together. I so wish they would have put them together so bad. It was one of the biggest, like, queer baiting things ever. Or was it birds of a sweater? That was the caption of the tweet. Oh, yeah, I don't even remember. It was so long ago. I'm probably going to have to get off here soon because I need to do some stuff right before his bedtime. Cass, can you whistle a tune? Yeah. What is it? There's a character in, there's some sort of villain in a show, and he does like, what show is that from? It's a villain in a show or something. And he's like a shapeshifter, or she's a shapeshifter or something. Is it The Boys? What character does that? I'm trying to think. Cara and Lena was the big queer bait. Yeah, I know them too. Which queer bait do you think was worse, Swan Queen or Supercorp? Well, so I never really watched Supergirl. I watched a little bit of Supergirl. But I've seen a bunch of fandom videos on Supercorp. And who's the bigger queer bait? I mean, they're both so big. I don't know. Maybe Supercorp. So maybe I'd go that route, even though I didn't even see it. But I saw a bunch of fandom stuff on it. And they're both big, but maybe Supercorp a little bit. Cara and Lena should have been a couple for sure. Rizzoli and Isles were queer bait. Oh, yeah. Them too. For sure. For sure. You know I think that too. Supercorp was so bad that even CW official Twitters in other countries were hoping for them. Apple was even wondering if they would get together. Huh. I can't believe that. There was some sort of writers or creators that said something about Supercorp, and they were like, I think they completely denied it, and they were like, we didn't write these characters to be so close or to be together. They're not going to be together. Like, yada, yada, yada. So I remember there being a big thing about it. Because I even remember, like, Adam talking about it. Oh, thanks, MM. Thanks for replying. Made me smile. Enjoy your night. Have an appointment tomorrow with my mom after work. Night all. Hi to cutie Zion. I'll tell him you said, hi. Thank you. I appreciate that. The script notes came out and they blatantly said that it would feed the fandom. Yeah, that's what it was. I honestly still can't believe that some people still ship Karma and Amy from faking it when they were the literal definition of queerbaiting. I mean, yeah, they were. But I didn't like Karma and Amy together. I wasn't a big fan of Karma. Because even like... I wasn't a big fan of Karma. So I didn't really actually ship them together. Who was the one that Amy was with? Amy was with someone. Amy was with a girl. And I really liked them together. And then I don't remember. Something happened. But then they ended up not being together. But I really liked them. I was more into detective shows and medical shows at some point in university. So Once Upon a Time was not on my watch list. Oh. Yes, Amy and Reagan. That's who it was. Maybe now that there are no good shows on. Yeah, I recommend watching it, especially, like I said, I think there's 7 seasons of Once Upon a Time. So there's either 7 or 8. I think there's 7. And the first, 3 seasons are the best. Kill Bill had Whistler tune called Twisted Nerve. That's not it. Because the character literally, I mean, that's what he whistles. He whistles the... That's what he whistles, but I don't remember who it was. I'll have to look it up. Maybe it's G.I. Joe, but I really don't think so. Who is it? See, I see here that it says Kill Bill, but that's not what it was because I haven't seen Kill Bill. I don't know. I can't find it. That's going to drive me nuts. The actress who Reagan later played Wildcat on Stargirl, she had such good chemistry with Stargirl. Huh. I didn't watch that. Not what you just did, though. Trying to figure that one out now. I tried Googling it, but I couldn't find it. Are they PG friendly? Once Upon a Time? Yeah. Yeah. Once Upon a Time is PG friendly. Like you could watch it. Like I could watch it with Zion. Not that he would understand anything that was going on, but yeah. Because maybe I could watch that with my oldest. She is my watch partner nowadays. Yeah, she could watch it. I hated Hook on Once Upon a Time so much. I know. Me too. Him and Emma had like no chemistry whatsoever. They had nothing in common, no chemistry. So weird. The Fallen had a whistler? Maybe it was that. What's The Fallen? Sounds sort of like Hail to the Chief. Now my brain is stuck. The movie Fallen. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. I really don't know. Everything the writers did to show Emma loved Hook, she had already done with Regina. And her and Regina had even more stuff in common. They shared a freaking kid together. Okay, I will trust your parent guide on Once Upon a Time. Yeah, I mean, I would think so. There's nothing bad in it. Like, there's no... I don't think so. It's been a hot minute. But I don't think that there's any... Like, there's no sexual anything that I can remember. There's like a part where I think it's in like the very first season where there's like an intense makeout scene, and then there's like insinuations, but they don't ever show anything. No, they sing "Time Is on My Side" in Fallen. Can you do the whistle again? I missed it. When he does. Spirit moved from character to character. Star was Denzel Washington. Cool movie if you have not seen it. We'll give you my review. Oh yeah, let me know. There are so many good women loving women ships in Once Upon a Time. Oh yeah, for sure. Alrighty, guys. I probably need to jump off here for tonight because I need to do a couple of things before he goes to bed. I want to put him to bed. But, yeah. No, I don't think it's Negan or whatever because I never watched Walking Dead. We'll figure it out. It's somebody. Somebody does it. But, anyway, I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.